Showboating Sports, guys. Hey, I figured I'd do a video today about, in response to CJ Goodfella. So I don't know if you guys are familiar with CJ Goodfella, but man, he's with the LDBC. They come out with a lot of good videos. And for the people who do know, the LDBC, it's funny how these guys have a different take on the same topic, but everybody gives their unique opinion, which is good. And I like those cats. I watch a lot of different people's videos. So I figured I'd do a video on CJ Goodfella's video about Errol Spence offering Terrence Crawford 60-40 and offering Keith Thurman 50-50. Now, CJ said that he feels that Errol Spence is ducking him. All the Errol Spence fanboys are riding with Errol Spence no matter what. When CJ Goodfella is really knowledgeable about a lot of stuff when it comes to boxing. He knows a lot of the major breakdowns. So if you hear him talk, you understand the guy knows what he's talking about. And in this particular case, CJ knows what he's talking about. But I think CJ, man, it seems to me, man, that you're irritated on how these fights are not being made when you know good and well the reason why these fights are not being made. Errol Spence can't come out and say it. Terrence Crawford can't come out and say it. And so a lot of these guys are beating around the bush. And for the people that don't know, let me break it down to you for like this. You got Bob Arum with Tom Rake. You got De La Hoya with Golden Boy, Eddie Hearn, and Al Heyman with PBC. And what's going on here is all these promoters are fighting for territory, fighting for control of the market. Now, Al Heyman has a run of mostly all the belts. He has the baddest fighters out there. All the fighters know that too. But you still have those crazy people like Terrence Crawford who signed back with Bob Arum when they know they shouldn't have. And when Errol Spence said, I'm going to stay on my side of the road, is because he's going to look out for Al Heyman, who's been looking out for him. If he loses to Terrence Crawford, then that means Bob Arum has another control of the belt. And he may do the same stupid shit that Eddie Hearn did. You know, with AJ. AJ going around talking, oh man, nobody wants to fight me. I'm a scary dude and I'm giving these guys what they want to fight me, but they don't want to fight. When you know good and damn well, AJ asked for $50 million. So what happened? Al Heyman, Deontay Wilder gave him the $50 million. He backed out of it because he didn't want to take a chance at losing the belt. So he kept playing around and dancing around because he didn't want to fight that tough competition because they want the belt. They want to have control over it. And that way they make a lot more money with the belt than losing the belt. We all know that. So that's the same thing that's going on with Al Heyman. Al Heyman's like, look, we got the control of the belts. We got a lot of good fights over here. You guys are making a lot of money. So they all protecting Al Heyman. They don't want to come out and say, man, we doing this so if we lose amongst ourselves. So we got a chance to go get it back. Bob Arum will probably do just like Eddie Hearn does. Eddie Hearn letting his fighters fight people from Mars, Russia, every place else before he give real fighters a chance. And that's the same thing that Bob Arum's going to do. Look at Lomachenko. Lomo does not fight good fighters outside of Bob Arum. Bob Arum blows him up, talking about he's the best thing since Muhammad Ali. Come on, man. You know Lomo is not that good. Terrence Crawford is good, but Bob Arum is not taking up for black fighters like that. You see he got Teofimo Lopez in there, and he's pumping Teofimo Lopez way more than you're pushing Terrence Crawford, who's a proven pound-for-pound fighter. He gets Tyson Fury. What does he do for Tyson Fury? Oh, Tyson Fury is this good. And then he's starting to fight all these fighters that we haven't heard anything about that's got padded records. And that's the same thing what will happen if Terrence Crawford gets the belt. If Terrence Crawford gets that belt from Errol Spence, they're going to start playing the game. And you can't say they won't. And you know good and damn well that's exactly what they're going to do. They're going to start dodging fighters, and they're not going to fight anybody on that side to get it back unless Errol Spence put it in his clause to get it back. So Errol Spence is like, yeah, it's going to come to that, but I'm going to make this money over here, and I'm going to go after an easier belt because, to be honest, Porter is an easier fight than Crawford. So why not go make that money? If he loses to Crawford, he's going to get another shot because that's what Al Heyman does to his fighters. He tells them, look, you put your belt up, you fight in this particular fight. If you lose, I'm going to give you another title shot or get you another chance back at it. I'm not going to run and let the fighter go run from you. You know that, CJ. You know that more than anybody, man. You know the games they playing. I'm frustrated just like you. I want to see the tournament. I want to see the fighters. But look at Keith Thurman. Man, Keith Thurman's got that belt, and Keith Thurman's holding that belt hostage, man. I'm so sick of Keith Thurman. I'm so sick of these fighters not fighting people. I'm with you on that. But man, let's be honest, man. Let's not let the smoke and mirrors affect the content that we put out, because you know good and damn well, man, you know it. You know if Terrence Crawford gets that belt, Bob Arum is gonna start playing them tricks. And it's Terrence Crawford's fault, because Terrence Crawford shouldn't have signed back with Bob Arum. He knew what he was doing. Mikey Garcia left, sat out 2 years. Andy Ruiz paid his way out. Pacquiao left. So if you want to fight these fighters, leave Bob Arum. It's not hard. You got a year left. Buy your way out of contract, go to PBC, and you can fight Errol Spence. You already know that is what your hurdle is. Everybody knows it that knows anything about boxing knows the hurdle is Bob Arum. Bob Arum plays them stupid Don King games. We all know that. But the people that don't really know about boxing, they listen to our channels because it seems like we know what we're talking about. More so your channel than mine, because your channel in LBC is big. You guys are a lot bigger than I am because it's just me. But I put out the truth, and I mean, no, don't get it twisted. There's certain fighters that I do like more than others, because I like their style in the ring and out the ring. Like I like Jaron Ennis. I like Boots. You know what I mean? I like Errol Spence. I think Errol Spence is out there. I like what he stands for. The dude is out there getting it. You know what I mean? And he ain't trying to dock nobody. And you know he's not ducking Earl. You know he ain't ducking Terrence Crawford. He said he's going to fight Terrence Crawford. What he said was, I'm going to win this belt. That way I know for a fact I have control over where we fight. And plus, the main thing that they want control over, if you the A side, that means I can ask for a rematch. I can have it on my terms to make sure that if I got my own best interests at heart, I don't have to go to some stadium and go fight somebody and they got the AC on cold, or they got me sitting in a dungeon. You know all the games that they played. Earl already been through that. That's what he did. He went all the way to Kell Brook's backyard, beat that man on his own terms, came back with the belt. So he's just saying that I want the A side, so I make sure that I'm treated fair, which they all want. I want the Lions portion of this because I got more belts than you do. And matter of fact, on my side of the fence, I got 2 belts. But if Keith Thurman wants to run and act like a chicken if he wins, then I'll go fight Terrence Crawford. That's what Earl said. Or he'll fight, if he's just gonna go and be about just money, then he's gonna go fight, he's gonna try to fight Oscar De La Hoya, Canelo Alvarez. He's going to go pursue that. But you guys know what it is, man. That's straight up no chaser, man, CJ. Hey, man, this is my rebuttal to your video, man. You said, I heard your videos before. If we got something to say, back it up. And that's me backing it up because it's right there and you know about it, man. So anyway, straight from the hip, no chaser. Till next time, guys, like, subscribe, and share. Till next time, I'm out. Peace.